Good day, children. Saira, welcome back to our online class. And today we'll be doing English, and the lesson is chapter 4 1 less than 100. 1 less than 100. So we'll be completing this chapter today. So let us do a quick recap what we learned in part 1 and part 2. Yes, children, I hope you all are ready with your English textbook. So if not, please open the book and sit with the book itself before you start the video, or just do a pause and get the book quickly and open lesson number 4. Okay, ready? Yes. So we'll just do the reading quickly so that you will understand the lesson. And any type of questions will be asked. So you have to understand the lesson to know the correct answer, right? To know the correct answer. So here the lesson number 4, 1 less than 100. So Nasruddin Hodja woke up early in the morning and quickly got ready for his prayers. Allah, please give me 100 gold coins. 99 will not be enough. 100 gold coins is what I want. If you give me 99 gold coins, I will not accept it, said the Hodja. In fact, this was his daily routine. Every single day, the Hodja knelt in his courtyard and prayed hard for God's blessings in the form of gold coins. The Hodja's neighbor, a merchant called Nazim, had been watching and hearing him day after day. So one day, he thought he would try to see if the Hodja really meant what he said. So the next day, Nazim put 99 gold coins into a bag and waited quietly behind the chimney on his terrace. The moment the Hodja came into his courtyard for his prayers, he threw the bag of coins down into the courtyard. Taken back, the Hodja carefully picked up the bag. He was pleasantly surprised when he opened the bag and saw the gold coins. Naturally, he started counting and found only 99 coins. So he sat down with a deep sigh. He knew that God would not listen to him in total silence. So he said loudly, "Oh, merciful Allah, you have answered my prayer partly. Maybe you just forgot that the coins should have been 100 in number. However, it does not matter at all. You can give me the last coin tomorrow." The Hodja put the 99 coins back into the bag and went inside. So Nazim was now at a loss. The Hodja, it seemed to him, was determined to keep the 99 gold coins. This made him nervous. So after thinking over it all morning, Nazim went quietly to the Hodja and said, "Good sir, many greetings. Please give me back my bag of gold coins. I threw it down only to see how you would react. It was just a joke. I'm very sorry." "What are you talking about? Are you joking? You have never given any money to me," was the Hodja's answer. Come, come, learn, sir. Though I may not be as learned as you are, I'm not a complete idiot. Hearing your plea to God for the 100 gold coins, I threw down the bag of coins at your feet. They are mine, and no man can take them away from me. He shrugged his shoulders and said, "I can't understand, Nazim. How can you be so sure that you gave them to me?" The merchant kept repeating that it was he who had thrown the bag of coins, but the Hodja did not listen to him. He said the money was his and had come to him as an answer offers to his prayers. Nazim was almost in tears. He said, I shall take you to the court for robbing me of my money. Stroking his beard in a thoughtful manner, the Hujjah said, I'm the most willing to go to court with you. The merchant wanted to go at once, but the Hujjah said, I'm not as young as I once was, and I cannot walk all that way. Eager to get his hands on his money as soon as possible, Nazim went into his house and brought a sturdy donkey. Here, you can ride this donkey. I'll find myself another one. But let's leave at once, he said. A little satisfied, but not completely, the Hujjah found another excuse. So how can I appear before the judge so shabbily dressed? Yes, what is it? How can I appear before the judge so shabbily dressed? It would be very disrespectful. So Nazim was set on taking the Hujjah to court. So he went back home and brought a new silken dress and a fur coat for the Hujjah to wear. The Hujjah exclaimed. The Hujjah examined the clothes and was satisfied with them. So at the court, the judge asked them what the matter was. Nazim told him the story. The Hujjah stood stroking his beard all the time. After the merchant had finished, the Hujjah cleared his throat once and spoke to the judge. Your Excellency, Nazim is my neighbor. I have seen him standing on his terrace and watching me pray. He may have seen me counting the gold coins that God gave me today. Right now, he is trying to be smart. He wants to grab the money the benevolent one has given me. Nazim replied, Believe me, my lord, the coins are mine. I never tell a lie. Hearing him pray for 100 coins and only 100 coins daily. I threw 99 gold coins into the courtyard to see what would he do if he got one coin less than what he prayed for. My lord, not only is Nazim smart, but he is also crooked. He often does things like this. Next, he will probably say that the clothes I'm wearing are also his, but they are mine, cried the merchant, raising his voice. I gave them to him to wear the coat today. The fur coat and the silk dress, they are all mine. You see, my lord, broke in the Hujjah, shrugging his shoulders. Next, he will say that the donkey I'm riding is also his. Everyone knows that is. I have my own donkey, said the Hujjah. He didn't have one, shouted the merchant, now beside himself with rage. The judge could take it no more. I have seen such a rogue in all my years in this court. How dare you accuse an honest and respectable man? Your greedy nature will lead you disaster. Complaint dismissed. Take him away, he declared. The guard at the court at once pushed the merchant out. So who took the merchant out? The guards. The Hujjah went home in his fine silken clothes, happily riding on the donkey. He found the miserable merchant sitting on his doorstep. The Hujjah said, not unkindly, now take back your donkey and the dress and the gold coins, neighbor. But remember the lesson you have learned today. Don't any time tempt an honest man to break his words. So children, this is a very interesting lesson. I hope you all understood the story. Now let's try to answer these questions. Number 1, what did the neighbor do after hearing the Hoja pray for 100 gold coins? Yes, what did the neighbor do? Is he threw the bag of gold coins. And how much gold coins was there? Yes, 99 gold coins. So after hearing the Hoja pray every day for 100 gold coins, the neighbor thought he would try to see if the Hoja really meant what he said. So he put 99 gold coins into a bag and threw it down in the Hoja's courtyard. Did the Hoja act as the neighbor expected? No, the Hoja did not act as the neighbor expected. What the neighbor expected, he thought that Hoja will not take the 99 gold coins after counting because he wanted only 100 gold coins. So that is why Nazim, he very boldly he threw the bag of 99 gold coins, thinking that Hoja will not accept this gold coins. So children, questions will be asked anyhow. So understand the story, understand the lesson and understand the options given and then click the right answers. Question number 3. What did the neighbor do? What did the neighbor do when he saw the Hoja keep the coins? The neighbor quietly went to the Hoja and pleaded him to give back his bag of gold coins. And what excuses does Hoja make to get new clothes and a donkey from his neighbor? Yes, because he said he is not having a good clothes and he is old, so he needs he cannot walk. So all these excuses he made, right? So the Hoja told his neighbor that it would be disrespectful to appear shabbily dressed before the judge, and also that he was not young as he was and could not walk all the way to the court. So what did Hoja do after returning from the court? Yes, the Hoja returned his neighbor clothes, donkey and the bag of gold coins. He returned back everything and he told him that remember the lesson that he had learned that day, which was don't any time tempt an honest man to break his word. So how did the Hoja convince the judge that the coins belonged to him? The Hoja told the judge that the Nazim was a crooked man and he would say that the clothes Hoja was wearing and the donkey that the Hoja rode was his. Now children, don't by heart this answer, just understand the story. I repeatedly say understand the story by reading the lesson 10 times so that you can easily answer to any questions. So do you think the neighbor did the foolish thing? Yes, the neighbor did a foolish thing because we are not supposed to test any honest man. So children, this is the end of the lesson. So I repeat once again, read the lesson 10 times and understand the story and try to, yes, you must be getting the idea how when you click the link that questions which is given. So hope you can click the right answers. So same way the questions will be asked, any questions will be asked from the lesson. So read the lesson 10 times, understand the story, understand the lesson. Okay children, now click the link and quickly read the questions and answers. Click the correct answers and submit the pattern. So bye bye children, see you in the next video in the next new lesson.